Hi, I'm Tom Hollingsworth with Tech Field Day.
Hi, this is Ashish Shah, Director of Product Management at AVI Networks.
Ashish, thanks for coming over.
Thanks, Tom, for inviting me.
So why don't you tell me a little bit about what AVI Networks is doing with OpenStack?
Sure. So AVI Networks has built a software-based elastic load balancer. We call it AVI Vantage Platform that integrates natively with OpenStack services. And it basically bridges the gap between the open source solutions like HA proxy and so on, which are integrated with OpenStack but don't have the enterprise-grade feature set. And on the other extreme, you have the legacy appliance vendors, which have all the features, but don't have the integration, the automation, the self-service, the elasticity, and the agility that you need in a cloud. So AVI has built a full-featured elastic load balancer that integrates natively with OpenStack services. So it can spin up load balancers on demand, it scales horizontally like AWS ELB does, and provides seamless integration and automation in a multi-tenant environment.
Wow, that's actually something I think there's a lot of need for that out there.
Absolutely, yes. And as you see over the last few years, as the OpenStack has matured, the deployment has matured, as enterprises move their workloads from traditional environments to OpenStack environments, they need an enterprise-grade load balancer, as well as an application monitoring and analytics solution, which also AVI provides. It's not just a load balancer. So they start with HA proxy and says, okay, it's easy to get started, but doesn't have all the bells and whistles that you need.
Right.
And you look at the other end with appliances, they say it's extremely hard. It's complex to manage. It doesn't really scale horizontally. So that's where AVI comes in. And we actually announced a couple of customers yesterday, one being EBSCO, as an OpenStack deployment. So we have now a multiple OpenStack production-grade deployments.
Hey, you got to love having a lot of customers that can
absolutely
tell everybody what you're doing.
Yes.
So there's a lot of talk around this OpenStack Summit about more enterprises adopting OpenStack.
Yep.
You guys obviously sell a very specific piece in that structure, but where do you see enterprise OpenStack adoption growing in the next few years? Do you feel like there's areas that are primed for that kind of adoption?
So I think in enterprises, a multi-tenant private cloud for the enterprise IT is a prime use case that, as you've seen, multiple companies deployed, right? And that's where AVI fits in. As things go forward, where it's going to go towards is how do you incorporate the container environment into OpenStack, right? How do you have a public cloud where you're on-prem with OpenStack and a public cloud with AWS or Azure and deploy in a hybrid cloud? So I think those are the two areas in which we see OpenStack growing.
Wow, yeah, that's interesting. Because as soon as you start talking about cloud and everything, a container conversation has to happen.
Absolutely,
it's a law of the internet at this point. I think.
That's right.
Cool. Well, I tell you what, I'm sure there's a lot of people that are watching this video right now that want to know how they can find out more about what you're doing. Where should they head over to?
Sure, go to just avinetworks.com and you'll find all information about how to deploy AVI in your environment, whether it's OpenStack or use it in AWS or even a vCenter environment. Check out some of the videos from the summit where Time Warner Cable has deployed Mesos on top of OpenStack with AVI. So some of the case studies you will see in videos. So yep, check out avinetworks.com.
Yeah, and there's a lot of video coming out of OpenStack Summit. Be sure to check it out. You can also check out Tech Field Day coverage of OpenStack Summit. If you head over to our website, techfieldday.com, you can also watch more videos like this if you head over to our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/techfieldday.